Hello everyone, Syn's Vengeance here once again, and welcome to a new series called Jade Empire. Now, a little backstory about this game. I've gotten it for free when Origin was still around. Now it's like EA whatever. So yeah, I've gotten it for free, never played it. I have gotten it like when Dead Space was also free. I've told you that story, so it's in my backlog for quite some time now. Wait! Stupid intro. So yeah, all I know about this game is that it's all about Eastern martial arts, so it's all based off of the Far East, like Kung Fu, that thing, so that's why it's called Jade Empire, because we think Jade, or we attribute Jade to like China and all that. And without further ado, let's start a new game. Loading, okay. So now we make our character. You can see there's character type and the starting styles. Now I've already made a bit of a list, so you have 4 types. I'm still a bit ill. So you have the fast type, which is all about the focus, sidestep strikes and counters. You have the strong types, like this character here, that does a lot of damage and can withstand it, but he's a bit slower and his magic is not so great. A magic type is able to channel his ki to enhance physical attacks and also to fuel magical attacks. And then you have the balanced type, which is versatile and it adapts to exploit weaknesses. Then you have the starting styles. Every character starts with the heavenly style, which is a support style, which it does direct damage in Kai Strike mode, whatever. It slows opponents down and it manipulates ki as well. Then you have the 1000 cuts, light strikes and almost no counters are able on the part of the enemy. Then you have the white demon, which is a slow but powerful fighting style. You have the leaping tiger, which is quick and strong. So a bit of both. And then the legendary strike, which has very fast strikes and very strong kicks. Then you have some abilities. Body is health, spirit is ki, so the magic. The mind is the focus, meaning concentration. It's about wielding weapons and the focus mode. I don't know what character I'm gonna take. I can make a custom one, but I'm gonna keep one of the characters here. I think I want to go with Lotus Prodigy, a balanced character type with legendary strike and heavenly wave, but I'm not sure. Could go for Furious Ming as well, but I think I'm actually going to go on the Zidu magic. No, I'm gonna go for Lu the Prodigy. So yeah, accept it. I can put my own name. I'm gonna change Lu by Syn the Prodigy. Yes. So meet Syn the Prodigy. So as I said, about health, ki and focus, whatever what that does, that's like your magic. This is your health, and the focus is all about concentration and all of that. Okay, accept. Let's go for the adventure in Jade Empire. This game has been made by BioWare. You all know BioWare. I've played a BioWare game on the channel before, called Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
I swear, one of these days I'll find a way around your guard.
How shall we respond to that? One more match then?
Happily. I feel that I learn something every time I face you. Even if it's only a new place to nurse a bruise. So long as you're certain you have time.
Alright, show me your best.
Let us begin.
So this is actually a tutorial. I've played this part already to see how everything runs. Okay. Press mouse 1 to attack. Bam! Okay, space to block. Well done. Oh no, I've been hit through the guard. So we can heal ourselves with key. Okay, I've been healed with key. And then... Haha! Strong strike. I can evade him. Well done, yes. Okay. Oh. Oh. Hey. Haha. I need to get used to it though. Aha.
Did you see? Master Li was watching. He may not show it, but he clearly takes pride in watching his students practice. I learn something every time we meet, proving that loss sometimes is the best teacher. Thank the heavens the bruises are worth it.
Yes, exactly. You learn more in defeat than you learn in a victory. Because if you are defeated, if you fail, you can learn from your mistakes. And if you always succeed, well, and you don't rarely make mistakes, you don't learn from it as much as you learn from failure. Thank you for the bout.
You are gracious as always. I regret that there won't be much time for such practice now that you've almost finished your training.
Aw, I'm almost finished.
Master Li told me to pass on that you should speak to him when you have the chance. He said you could take your time, so you need not rush.
Where's Master Li again?
Master Li just went into his house. It's just over there, as always.
Let's see.
You have some time to wander the school and talk with other students. Smiling Mountain likely has some of the younger students available if you want to spar.
Well, we shall talk to
I
him
shall
then.
leave you to it. Take care, my friend.
Take care. You can't say it, but I'm bowing. Okay, Chapter 1. Wherein a master foretells of doom, a rival challenges prestation, and the past haunts the present. Your training nears its completion in the idyllic setting of two rivers. Master Li promises that soon you will know more about how you came here and where your future will lead. All the while, strange tales begin to spread of ghosts that will not rest and shadowy assassins who heed no law. Well, ghosts? Dead people? They should remain dead. And shadowy assassins? I feel like ancient China already. So, this is my map. I'd like to keep it open.
I have been healed.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hi. Okay, this is the goal, where the yellow flag is on the map.
Typical. Oh, you're finally here to talk to Master Li, are you? I certainly hope so. The old man is
What's
in
wrong
there
with your neck?
meditating, and he won't train me until he talks to you.
Actually, I wanted to talk to you a moment.
The senior student, Master Li's little lapdog here to talk to me?
Hey.
My lucky, lucky day. Don't you have something more important to do?
Yeah, actually, maybe kicking your ass. What did I do to earn this belligerence?
You don't want my answer to that question. Go talk to one of your sandal-licking friends and let them tell you I'm jealous. Try Lynn. She'll say anything to please you just to see your simpering little smile. Pathetic.
I don't like you.
Master Li wants to talk to you. Do me a favor and go talk to him. Then maybe I can actually receive some education at this school.
Well, nobody told you should remain here. If you're so dissatisfied with this school, leave. Nobody asked you to be here, dumbass. Okay, let's explore this. Oh, there's the school gate. No, we're not leaving the school just yet. This is Smiling Mountain. Jingwu.
Always good to see you wandering the school.
Oh yeah.
You're the best among us, after all. So it makes everyone train a little harder when you're around. The tricky part is making sure we're emulating you, not hoping to take you down a peg. You should think carefully before bruising the tender egos around here.
Got it.
Oh, did I tell you to see Master Li when you have a chance? I'm not taking the blame if you forget.
I'm not forgetting. I'm just taking, whoops, a look-see around. This is a scroll stand. To fight without thought is suicide. The path to victory is laid out one step at a time, each ahead of your opponents. Sagacious Tien. Harmonic combinations demand the use of two styles in rapid succession. The first must be of the class called Support, the second from the class known as Martial. Timing is the key. Begin with a focused disabling effect and follow quickly with a powerful barehanded blow. The two actions working in concert will create a harmonic channel in your ki and wreak havoc upon your foe. You must be swift as the window to create the harmony is limited. Okay. Disable your foe, close swiftly as you change style, and strike with all the available force. Let nothing stand in your way, but beware. Opponents of great strength may possess the training to resist this technique. Thought will guide you to victory. Harmonic combinations will ensure the journey is swift. Okay. Got it. What are you? A book stand. Auspicious portents. Understanding the stars in the universe is a very important goal. By examining the universe, we can interpret and predict things to come. The sky is where the great dragon was said to dwell, and in his illustrious home, we can see the signs of his effects on creation. Of the observable phenomena, three major ones are the most auspicious. Comets, the flames of the heavens, passing across the sky. Eclipses, during which the power of the gods blocks the sun for brief periods, and falling stars, marking the descent of one of the celestial bureaucracy to the earth. Okay, a bit of lore here. Okay, so... should read all of those.
One day I'll reach your level of skill, but not unless I keep practicing with Smiling Mountain.
Okay.
It is an honor to be approached by the school's most senior student. My mother had high hopes for the school when she sent me here from the capital. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ready to train with others of such skill. Even in the robes of a junior student, I feel a long way from my home in the Imperial City.
Probably. You're homesick. If you are here, you belong here.
You're right. Master Li would not have accepted me if he did not see potential. He measures all people carefully.
Exactly.
I will just have to work twice as hard to catch up to your level of skill. Even then, it will take a long time to be your match. How long have you studied with Master Li?
Too long. I've studied with him as long as I can remember.
You and Dawnstar have both had a lifetime of training under Master Li. He is stern with you, but you sure can see that he's proud as well. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pester you with my questions. Is there something you need?
Not really. Oh, can I ask all of these questions? Well, let's... This first episode is just gonna be talking. Hey, keep it calm back there. How well do you know the others at the school?
I don't know anyone else who displays the skill you do. Perhaps Gao, but he lacks discipline. That is why he still wears the robes of a junior student, despite his ability.
Oh.
Dawnstar would be next, with few able to match her delicate moves. Beyond that, the only other person I know well is Smiling Mountain, the sparring master.
What do you think of Dawnstar?
I know she is sensitive to things the rest of us can't see. Sometimes I feel sorry for her. It obviously makes her feel different, and that's not right.
Why do you say that?
I think she was given a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike responsibility, it may not always be pleasant, but it's something she should be proud of. It shouldn't isolate her.
Got it. You have any impressions of Gao?
I have seen his kind in the city. He thinks his family's wealth is a substitute for nobility and is angered when others still see him for what he is. A crass and spoiled bully.
Nice. How has Smiling Mountain helped you train?
Well, he doesn't come close to Master Li's skill, but Smiling Mountain is good for the younger students. He pairs novices with more advanced students so we can learn.
Have you heard anything special about me?
I've heard about and seen your skill, but I haven't been here long enough to know much more. Most of the students seem to appreciate your abilities.
Nice. Who doesn't?
I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but it's obvious that Gao does not favor you. Master Li has been a mediator of sorts, but Gao responds poorly to authority.
Let's go back to my other
I'll
questions.
answer what I can.
Great. Since you're new, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on Master Li.
He is one man and guides his students well. My last school had 2 masters who feuded all the time. It made learning very difficult.
What style did you study in Imperial City?
At the Black Leopard School, I learned the bare basics of a style under First Brother Kai, but not enough to say I'd mastered anything more than a few core techniques. I'd demonstrate, but I don't think I even could. Master Li's teachings have been so much more effective that I have forgotten most of what I learned in the capital.
Well, that's great. Well, how do Master Li's skills measure up to your teachers in the Imperial City?
He is greatly skilled and tutors his students intently. You especially. My school in the city was mired in politics, not an environment that promotes diligent
Probably.
study.
Other questions?
I'll answer what I can.
What do people from the capital think of the Empire?
It's funny, but I still want to look over my shoulder. I have to remember that we are a long way from the ears of the Lotus Assassins.
Okay. Why would you be worried about the Lotus Assassins? Very important.
They're the Emperor's personal guardians.
Mm-hmm.
In the Imperial City, they watch everyone and everything, looking for those who would question the course of the Empire.
Okay. Why are people questioning the direction the Empire is taking?
The Lotus Assassins visit people who ask a lot of questions. The Emperor hasn't been seen much recently. His advisors run things. They're not gentle.
Do you know anything about rumors of ghosts?
There's already enough darkness without making up stories about shadows, in my opinion. Try Lynn. She seems very interested in the ghosts.
Okay, we need to talk to Lynn. So much to ask. What can you tell me about places other than here?
I'm no map maker, but I know the basics of the way the Empire is laid out. What do you want to know?
Everything? Oh god. Imperial City.
It was a beautiful place to grow up. The brightest minds, the most noble houses, all the greatest warriors gather there. It's truly the most vibrant place in the world.
It sounds like you miss it.
I'm glad to be here, don't get me wrong. Two Rivers, though, is very peaceful. I'm used to a more hectic pace, I think. It's taking me some time to adjust.
Okay, I get it. How do you like this area?
Two Rivers is quiet, subdued. This province has a lot of rich agricultural land. Actually, fields cover pretty much everything south of the Great Southern Forest.
What do people from the cities tend to think of this area?
They consider farmers uneducated rustics, though they'd use less polite terms. They'd change their tune if they could see such a skilled tutor as Master Li out here.
Did I ask about the Imperial City? No,
The Empire is divided into 4 massive provinces. This area, largely agricultural, is the Golden Delta. To the north lies the Seat of Heaven, which holds the Imperial City.
Got it.
In the prosperous east, you can find port cities like the Phoenix Gate.
Okay.
To the west lie the hills of the 6 Holy Scrolls. I know little about those 2 provinces, though.
But you're from the Imperial City. You should be studious.
I'll answer what I can.
Other questions? Talk me about yourself.
I'm honored that you should ask. What do you want to know?
Oh god. More questions? What brought you to this school?
The school I attended in the Imperial City was becoming mired in politics, so my mother sent me out to the country instead. Politics is dangerous, she always said.
She sounds like a wise woman. She does. What sort of dangers would the Imperial City have?
Well, I don't know. It just seems like the city is changing. Strange people, strange machines. These are interesting times. I think she just wanted to know that I'd be safe.
What will you do when you are done training here?
That won't be for a long time, but I'll probably return to the Imperial City. Perhaps I'll join the Imperial Guard. It's hard to think that far ahead.
Other questions?
I'll answer what I can.
I think I've gotten everything, so take care, I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye. Take care of yourself.
Okay, so 21 minutes in. Well, now I'm gonna cut something out, but so it's not really 21 minutes in. So yeah, this is all gonna be talking. Book stand. The Old Tongue, Volume 1. So Fan, or the Old Tongue, was the native language of one of many kingdoms struggling for supremacy before the empire was unified by sagacious Tien, our first emperor. Okay. As the wars raged, constant shifts in territorial leadership spread the use of the Old Tongue. By the time sagacious Tien formed the empire, the Old Tongue was so widely spread that it became a second official language of the Jade Empire. Okay. Not going in. Because... what do I get? Received martial styles. Martial styles do not always access the energies of mind and body harmoniously. Sometimes imbalance is the source of their power, as it is with Iron Palm and Viper. Each requires possession of 3 meditation scrolls that prepare the student for the forces that will be encountered. If these disciplines are attempted without complete understanding, the student risks accessing more power than the body can withstand. Knowledge of Iron Palm and Viper is not often shared, as most martial practitioners consider them to be in opposition to classical teaching. If a student happens upon one of these scrolls detailing these styles, he or she cannot and should not attempt to train in the style until gaining the possession of all 3. The most difficult and humbling step of any journey is the acceptance of one's own limitations and confronting whether the journey is possible at all. Ooh. I think this is gonna be a bit of a philosophical game as well. The Long Drought. The Long Drought stands as one of the worst periods in the Jade Empire's recent history. 10 years of scorching heat and little rainfall took their toll on even the prodigious reserves of the Empire's granaries. The sages predicted at least 3 more devastatingly dry years, while those in the Ministry of Harmony watched the death toll amount into the hundreds of thousands. Then Emperor Sun Hai declared that the drought was over, and somehow it was. Okay, why not? Just say, it's over! And it's over. I mean, it's quite hot here in Belgium right now. Can I say, it shall rain? And it's not raining. No, it's absolutely not raining. Anyway, through the Emperor's divine will, green returned to our parched land and stability was restored. Yeah, well, okay. So the Emperor is divine. I am not divine. I mean, it's clear as water. It's clear as day. The Emperor is divine. His divine will said... there was no longer a drought, and it stopped being dry. Got it! Okay, whoops. You're Gao the Lesser. Yeah, talk to Smiling Mountain.
I thought Master Li would have your attention for the rest of the day. It is good to see you.
No, I want to talk to everyone.
You haven't had much time for simple sparring. It is too bad. Your fellow students benefit from your experience. A strong opponent is the best trainer.
True. Can I ask you things about the school?
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can, but my insights deal more with the philosophy of combat than the skills themselves.
Okay. Philosophy of combat. Tell me about the philosophies you mention.
Master Li is very strict about what is taught here, because martial skill is a pathway to great power, and that holds certain risks. It is not just good over evil. Few things in life are that simple. The common way to say it is, do you follow the way of the open palm or the closed fist?
The open palm, tell me about it.
A term for the high path, or perhaps the way of restraint and harmony. Many aspire to it, but few achieve it. It is a path of resisting tyranny.
Okay.
Of course, the source of that tyranny varies. It is just as dangerous coming from without as within.
Okay, interesting. Examples, please.
Tyranny from external sources is easy to find and fight. Defending those who cannot defend themselves is a reasonable example. But when your abilities are so much greater than those around you, there is the temptation to set everything right by might alone. That is tyranny from within.
Got it. sometimes conflict cannot be avoided.
True, but that can become a convenient excuse. Eventually you may decide that even direct violence is too inefficient for someone of your strength.
Sure.
It is a small leap from there to enforcing your will so that the crime never takes place. Suddenly you are the oppressor, when all you wanted to do was make things right.
Interesting take.
This way of the open palm is not without its hidden dangers, despite the best of intentions.
Interesting take on the open palm way. I mean, he's right. What if you want to do right by others, but end up becoming evil? I mean, like you want to stop crimes, but you do it in such a way that you become like the evil person, a tyrant, and oppress everyone, that there would be no crime. Is that then better? Interesting. What about the closed fist?
It is the low path, the way of aggression and discord. A misunderstood path often misused by those who wish to justify a thuggish nature. It is not as simple as crushing your enemies or as mindless as terrorizing the weak. It is a mindset born of impatience, of imposing your will.
So, what is it if it is not evil?
An evil man might ignore a plea for help because he does not care, but that shows a disconnection with the world. That is not part of the way.
Okay.
A man on the low path might also ignore that plea, but he would do so because that person should demonstrate they are fit to survive on their own.
What is the difference? The person dies each time.
The difference is in the details. That same man might help if the odds are unreasonable. He might also do it to incur favor. There is thought in his actions. He is not a mindless killer, but he may let strength decide what course is best. That is why it is a dangerous path. It can so easily be misinterpreted.
Indeed it is. Okay. Does this have any practical effect?
You are the sum of your actions. The harmony or discord that you sow will weigh on your shoulders as surely as any physical yoke. But there can be advantages. Certain forms of attack inherently lean toward one extreme or the other. They have a rhythm that resonates within you. You may find that some attacks perform better if you are more intent on causing discord. How you use this is for you to discover and decide.
Okay, got it. My previous questions.
I am charged with giving whatever instruction I can.
That's about someone specific. I don't think I'm gonna ask that. No, that's
Who are you interested in?
everyone. Master Lee.
Master Lee is a private man, and I will not presume to speak for him. His interest in you surpasses the care of any master I have known. He must see great potential in you.
Or maybe I am the chosen one that will save the Jade Empire. Tell me about Gao.
I'd rather not. He is impatiently traveling the low path, and I long ago abandoned him to it. He is reckless, and he neither seeks nor wants my guidance.
His problem, not yours.
As young as he is, Gao has impressive skill. Master Lee has tried to restrain him, but I know how far he has gone. He wields powerful energies, but has the temper of a child.
That's not how you right wield. Is it? Is that how you right wield? I don't think so. Where did he learn this if Master Lee will not teach it?
Master Lee has taught the base of such techniques to you and others. Mastering Qi is important for any student here, but he also demands control. Gao's father most likely tutored him. By all that I have heard, both are impatient and spoiled. They can be provoked into explosive outbursts.
Okay, and Downstar?
Only what she lets me know. A very private woman, despite spending so long in the school. You probably know her as well as anyone does. She has great skill, but a reluctance to use it. If she were to let go, she could be very powerful. Perhaps that is what she fears.
Okay. Maybe she fears, like, that one open palm thingy mabob. That she becomes so powerful, but that she will do, in her mind, right things, but ends up being like an oppressor. What about you, Smiling Mountain?
If you wish, but only introspection reveals true insight. I used to call the trading center of Phoenix Gate my home.
Okay.
But I am settled here. I have nothing to go back to.
Why did you leave Phoenix Gate?
It is not important. Suffice to say that I prefer this little village to the temptations of a greater city. Enough about me. What else can I do for you?
How long have you taught here?
It has been several years since I arrived in Two Rivers. I was surprised to find a teacher of Master Lee's ability so far out on the borderlands. It was a fortuitous accident. I have studied the martial arts all my life, and serve your master as I am able.
Okay.
He is devoted to your training, and needs someone to assist the other students.
Okay. Previous questions? Yes. What kind of items and additional training do you sell?
Ah, yes, training. For some time now, I have offered, for a small fee, to run students through a short regimen that will help them enhance their abilities.
So money.
The lessons you learn from me, or from any trainer for that matter, will stay with you and help make you stronger, or better able to focus your mind or magic.
I'll pass for now.
Fair enough. I am patient as the rock facing the wind. What else was on your mind?
I think I'm gonna leave him. Or...
There are a few, but not enough for me to set up some of the more challenging matches that I'm sure you would prefer.
yeah, sure.
There will be more students available later in the day when many of their exercises have concluded.
Okay. Perhaps another time in that case.
I am here if you need anything.
Okay. Let's take a look-see around here. Oh. That's an exit to the school, I think. Or an entrance to the school. Can I loot? I cannot. I can absolutely not. Yes, and that's like the school gate. Isn't it? Yes. Okay. One thing I haven't looked at is you.
Gao refuses to practice with the rest of us. He thinks he's too good for us.
And that's why he's still a junior. Okay, student Lin. Yeah, grab those scrolls.
Our most senior student has a spare moment to spend with me? An honor.
Hey! No sarcasm.
No, wait, I shouldn't be like that.
Yes, indeed.
Master Lee always reminds me that jealousy is a low path and not worthy of one of his students.
What are you
I
doing?
understand your training is almost complete. I wonder who will replace you as our example.
Not Yao.
It certainly won't be me. I can't even imagine Master Lee saying, "You must strive to be like Lin in all things" to the others. Just the opposite, more likely.
If you want Master to say, don't give him a choice. Be the best you can. No. Don't worry about following ours. Walk your own path.
That's easy enough for you to say. You're already the best in the school. The rest of us just stare at your back. Of course, there could be worse views.
Oh, really?
Maybe I should spend more time training, and less time worrying about where I stand in the school.
Exactly.
How else will I be good enough to take you down one of these days? Besides, there might be bigger things to worry about. I find myself intrigued by the ghost tales that everyone's mentioning.
Oh, really? I want to ask about the ghosts, but I'm gonna ask everything. You know everyone around here. Is there any news?
You think I will talk about them behind their backs? I will, but I don't want people to think of me as the local gossip, even if I am just that.
Then don't do it. Who are the students of note?
Of note? There's only one student of note, and that would be you. Everyone else, even Dawnstar, is just a background for you and your supposed destiny.
The hell is Dawnstar?
Not that you don't deserve the attention. I'd be flirting with you non-stop if you weren't so focused on whatever it is Master Li has in store for you.
Oh, flirty.
All of us get a little envious of that. Even Gao gets pushed aside, and he doesn't like being anything less than the center of attention.
Tell me about Gao.
You know him as well as I do. A rich man's son. He's attractive, I suppose, but arrogance follows him like a cloud of locusts. I hear his father is the same way. Gao the Greater and Gao the Lesser. Not a family I would want to be a part of.
Nope. What about Dawnstar?
Why do you need to ask me about Dawnstar? You know her better than anyone as far as I'm concerned. You two practically grew up together. Frankly, I think she might have a little crush on you too. Notice how she's been less willing to train with you recently?
Okay. No, I haven't.
Maybe that's why you two get along so well. Maybe her sense for ghosts and the like meshes well with the great destiny Master Li sees for you.
What are you getting at?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be like that. Dawnstar is a fine person. She just sees things that I can't. I know there are ghosts and spirits, but why should she be able to sense them when I can't? What makes her special? While Master Li tries to never let it show, he obviously holds a special place in his heart for you two.
Oh, he's
I
cute.
suppose that's hard to deal with, even if I have been here far less time than you two.
And what have you heard about me?
You know what is said. Master Li believes you're special, but won't say why. It makes you interesting.
Oh,
Some of the others don't find it as intriguing as I do. Some even consider it an attack on their worth.
who should I be concerned about?
Gao, obviously. You know he doesn't like you, he never has. And when Master Li tells him to model himself after you, that just makes it worse.
Okay, other questions?
If you will.
What do you think of Master Li?
Master Li took me in when no one else would. He is a firm master, but a kind man deep inside.
How did Master Li come here?
I imagine that he walked. If you want anything more than that, you'll have to ask someone who was here at the time. That was 20 years ago.
So you're younger. Who was Master before Master Li?
I really don't know or care. It may as well have been Sagacious Tien, the first emperor. That was before I was born.
So you're younger than 20 years. Other questions? The ghosts.
Other than what Dawnstar senses, all I have is stories, but they're becoming more and more common. Tales of people being haunted by loved ones, and mad ghosts attacking people on the roads, or even in their homes. And Master Li accepts Dawnstar's ability to see and sense things others can't. If he believes her, then how could I believe otherwise?
What exactly are these ghosts?
They're exactly what you'd expect. The souls of humans who have died. According to all the legends, when you die, your soul travels to the underworld. Once there, your soul is judged and placed upon the wheel of life, so that it can return to this world in a new life. A soul that doesn't return to the wheel of life becomes a ghost.
Did I ask this one?
According to the stories, ghosts are usually people whose souls are trapped in this world, either by circumstance or because they won't let go of their old lives. The thing is, those circumstances are very rare, and you never heard about ghosts 10 years ago. Now everyone's talking about them. It's like something has happened, and people aren't leaving this world like they should be. Either that or it's mass hysteria, but I can't believe that explanation.
Tell me more about Dawnstar's sensitivity.
From what I understand, understand, Dawnstar is very sensitive to magic and to the spirits we call ghosts. She sees things that others can't. Sometimes she knows things that she shouldn't. I really can't say if it's intuition or something else.
What do they look like?
That was my first question when I started hearing these rumors. Apparently they can look just like us, though possibly pale and faded.
Like normal ghosts.
Some ghosts have been around a long time, and apparently they begin to change. They grow distant from their bodies and become more monsters than people. The scary thing is that a lot of the stories I've been hearing are about these old ghosts. The ones that look like monsters. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, other questions?
If you...
Should we ask about Lynn herself? But of course we should.
I'm sure you've figured out most of my little quirks by now. I've been here a few years.
How did you come here and why?
I wasn't the delicate flower my family had hoped for. They believed school would calm my spirit. But Master Li has shown me how to focus myself. I have learned many skills while here, and not many of them require that I be delicate.
What will you do when you are done training here?
When I am done? I haven't really thought about it. I won't go home. There's no place for me there. If I can stomach the books, I could become a scholar. Perhaps I'll go to the Imperial City. I should see it at least once in my life.
Other questions?
If you wish.
Let's spar with her for the moment.
Of course. I have to keep practicing if I'm going to be able to best you one day, aren't I?
Hone my own skills. Let's begin.
Excellent. Let's see if we can use Smiling Mountain's sparring ground. Once we're done, I'll wander back here if you need me again.
Got it. Let's see how I get... Oh god!
Heavenly Wave!
Heavenly Wave. Hey!
I need heal!
Oh god. Hey!
Legendary Strike!
Oh god. This is weird. I did use the other style. And it slows the enemies, as I have said. Okay, I think I've talked to everyone around here, asked all of my questions. So for the time being, I am not... I'm going to save in an empty slot. And save. Yes. I won't shut it down. Okay. There was another save in there, as you have seen, but I have had issues with the frame rate and all that and the stuttering, but I've resolved issues, and now let's go talk to Master Li finally. Hello, my master!
Ah, there you are, my student. I watched your bout against Jingwu with great pride. You have gained almost all you can from the practice arena. You are my best pupil, though you came to me an orphan. I have tried to prepare you for the responsibility your skills will bring. Have you given thought to your future?
Have I given thought to my future? That is a very important question. What will my future hold? Maybe I will train others as you have trained me. Oh, but I can ask question. Nah.
Your lessons are complete. Remember these basic skills and keep them at heart. But also remember that classes are not a true measure of ability. Always be ready to learn.
Got it.
I recall that, as a child, You fell and bruised your arm. I comforted you, saying that small pains are part of learning, but not every setback imparts wisdom. You must be careful. Sometimes all you learn in defeat is that you have been defeated. This world is out of balance. Spirits grow restless, and you have a role to play that I have kept secret.
Well, spill it. I'm sure it was for a good reason, Master.
Those who announce their important destiny before they are ready tend to meet unfortunate ends. The wise only seek attention when capable of dealing with it. The people are scared. I do not have all the answers, but I know you will become very important to the fates of many. You will be called to face a great evil.
Master! Master Li!
What's wrong?
What is this interruption? This had better be important. There is much to say.
Master! Nijo came to warn me. He saw a boat from the outlook past the fields. Strange outlaws. They fired something at him. And Kiamin was injured.
Damn! Fight!
Where is she now?
Still outside the village by the outlook. Nijo couldn't carry her. Please come, Master Li. The bandits are not at the village yet, but they could arrive at any time.
We will have to continue our discussion later, my student. It appears we have more pressing matters.
Exactly. Let's go save the village. What would you have me do, Master?
The time for practice is over. Go to Gujin, the weapon master, and get a weapon. You may soon be called to use it.
Got it.
On your way, make certain Dawnstar is aware of the danger. Her skills have always complemented yours, so take her with you.
Ah, the companions.
Prepare yourself for a potential attack while I tend to my fallen student. I will return as soon as I can. We will continue our discussion when the threat is over.
Okay, my master. Where can I find Dawnstar and Gujin?
Dawnstar will be near her garden at the entrance to the school.
Okay.
Gujin will be in his shop near the village gate, up the stairs from the village square.
Okay, village square. Got it. And I will do as you ask.
Good. The time comes when you will know all you need to. For now, keep the basics at heart.
Maybe you should rush. Okay, switch the mirror map by clicking mouse 2. Click the Legends button on the map screen in the menu for an explanation of map symbols. Okay, let's take a look at our map then. So this is my character record. I only have 80. Wow. Styles. This screen allows you to spend style points to learn new techniques, map styles to your hotkeys for rapid access during combat, and see all the styles you've learned. Okay. And so that is... Oh no. That's not what I meant. Info. No. Remap. Can I not remap it on other buttons like... Wow. So no remapping. Those are my followers, of which I have none. Amulets. Journal. This is a journal screen. Click on the quests in the window on the left or individual text on the window on the right to view more details. A description for the selected quest or task appears in the window below. Click filter to filter your quest. Click dialogue review, etc, etc. Or click plot items to view your entry. Okay. Find Dawnstar. Master Li was about to tell you something important, but word of a student injured by bandits interrupted your conversation. No other town near, it seems likely Two Rivers is their destination. Master Li asks you to find Dawnstar, a childhood friend and a fellow student. She should be in her garden on the way toward town. Okay. Plot items. Ooh. No, this is my dialogue. Okay, this is the map. Yes, legend. Point of interest, exit, player, store, base camp, plot giver, and a shrine. Master Li's quarters, sparring ring, trainer, Smiling Mountain, sparring arena. So, spirit font, focus shrine, town gate, Dawnstar's garden. That seems like a big map. That seems like a big map. Okay, let's save it here. And I think I have set up the second episode of this. I think that would be very wise to go for the action in the second episode. I know this first episode has not been a lot of action-packed. We had 2 sparring things, but this was more lore-oriented, learning about the world of Jade Empire. So I'm excited for this playthrough. I hope everything... That's a chest. Okay. A statue of lion stands behind an altar. It is marked as training aid designed by a previous master of the school. There is a crystal sphere in the lion's paw. Let's examine the markings. The altar and the statue serve to the students to show students a real example of lessons otherwise presented abstractly in class. It has not seen use in some time. The altar is less ornate than the statue and was replaced many times after frustrated or deliberate outbursts from students. But that too is part of the exercise. There is mention of greater reward for the more investigative path, but that was probably an additional element of the test performed by the master who placed it. We cannot recall Master Lee ever referring to the statue. Different masters prefer different methods of teaching. Let's approach it. The altar is less ornate than the statue and lacks a sense of permanence. Something activates as you approach. The sphere in the lion's paw begins to glow with a blue light. So, place the blue figurine on the altar. The sphere changes color to glow red. Red. And then it changes to yellow. Then yellow. Okay, we got a silver coin.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion.
The obvious path is humble, safe, but pays the wage of a cook, not a champion. So, this is a puzzle. Anything that I can see from here? Can I read those scrolls? Nope. Okay, so now I'm gonna leave it here. We're gonna go and ask for Dawnstar's aid in the next episode. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!